Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is the Papa Joe Show, where Papa Joe knows. I am your host, Papa Joe, and I really do appreciate your support here on this channel and being here today. There is a live chat. Pop in and say hey. I'd love to see who's showing or who's here. I have a great, amazing group of you wonderful people who are out here always supporting me, and it does mean a lot to me, and I really do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, give us a subscribe. We do cover a wide variety of subjects with a bent towards cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. But we talk about the economy, we talk about different banking sectors, things like that, because I spent a lot of time over the years looking into this stuff and connecting the dots. And it's time why I started the shows, making sure people could understand the same thing. So we're going to talk about some interesting stuff today around BlackRock, some of the stuff that's happening in the banking sectors. And then we're going to talk about some very cool news around Polygon and a new partnership that I think will benefit a lot of different people, and it will show they're pioneering a path forward with a bunch of different things. So I'm curious to see where it will all go, and I'm sure you are as well. So if you don't mind, pop in the live chat, say hey. Would love to see you all there, and do me a favor, give me a 5x5. I am showing a signal drop. So when that happens, a lot of times my show just stops. So let me know 5x5 in the chat. That'd be great, and we will continue on here. There are a couple different links in the description of the video, one of which is consultations that I do for folks around cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, things like that. It's one-on-one. I also work with businesses. So you guys and gals, spread that around. If you need help or if anyone else does, would definitely appreciate that for sure. But it's more set up for you guys, for all of y'all, because there isn't any technical support out there for this. There isn't any one who knows how to do this stuff. There's very few people who know how to do this stuff. So that's why I set that up. Try to meet the world where it's about to be, kind of thing. So anyways, we are going to take a dive right into the content here. And interesting stuff here. Larry Fink is being pressured to resign. If I'm not mistaken, he's the CFO or CEO of BlackRock over the ESG hypocrisy. Activist fund Bluebell Capital Partners previously targeted Richmond, Danone, and Salve. I guess these are different hedge funds, if you will. A UK activist investor with a history of taking on big companies has called on BlackRock founder Larry Fink, to resign as chief executive over apparent hypocrisy for the asset manager's use of environmental, social, and governance investment factors. Okay, yeah. Anyhow, Blue Bell Capital Partners went public with its concerns about the world's largest money manager on Tuesday releasing letter it had sent to Fink last month. Well, it's going to be very interesting when we start seeing stuff around BlackRock. Now, BlackRock, I saw somewhere, this is just hearsay. I have not officially seen documentation or official press releases around this, but they're in the process of getting ready to file for bankruptcy or something like that. I don't know. That's probably just hearsay, but y'all can go look for it. Look, I don't know. I saw it somewhere. It's probably just satire or whatever you want to call it. But I wouldn't be surprised if the big boys started having problems, and we'll talk about why here in just a minute. Because they already are. Anyhow, there's a reason why BlackRock is working on standing up a pipeline with Coinbase so that its customers can utilize cryptocurrency through Coinbase, through those different scenarios there. There's an interesting connection with some of the folks in crypto and some of the different algorithms that are used for trading, like on BlackRock and stuff like that, who very interesting things. Very interesting things. We are going to kind of look at that here in a minute. But there is another article out, and I could not find it. I saw it this morning as a notification that I had. I couldn't find it again, though. Kind of makes me wonder if it was pulled down. But BlackRock has, in the article, BlackRock has done a hiring freeze. So I don't know what's going on. There's smoke, there's fire kind of thing. It's kind of what I'm trying to point out here. Y'all do your research on BlackRock, and y'all may find some things that I was in a very short period of time did not have the time to go and do some really deep digging on this. But yeah, Fink is being asked to resign or being pressured to resign. Very interesting. Very interesting. When you have all the other stuff that I've seen, again, can't find it now, and kind of wonder if it was actually real. So I don't know. Done this show. This is entertainment and educational. Y'all do your research, please. This is why we do what we do here, is simply so that way y'all can for sure go and check this stuff out on your own. Anyhow, BlackRock is definitely one to pay attention to, especially in the coming weeks, and there's a bunch of reasons why. U.S. banks warn of recession as inflation hurts consumers. Shares fall. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the stock market. Past couple of days, they have been having some problems. The major indexes, the things that we all should pay attention to, everything's down right now. There's very few things that are up. Very few things that are up. The Dow, all that fun stuff is up, but Bitcoin's down for whatever reason. We'll get back over that in a minute. So, New York, December 6th, Reuters. The biggest U.S. banks are bracing for a worsening economy next year as inflation threatens consumer demand, according to executives on Tuesday. J.P. Morgan Chase chief executive Jamie Dimon told CNBC that consumers and companies are in good shape, but noted that may not last much longer as the economy slows down, inflation erodes consumer spending power. Those things might very well derail the economy and cause this mild to hard recession that people are worried about, he said. Consumers have $1.5 trillion in excess savings. That's it? Really? Kind of crazy. From pandemic stimulus programs. No, they don't. They spent every little bit of that. Crazy, huh? Mm-mm-mm. By the way, throw in the chat. What are y'all enjoying on this fine Wednesday? As far as your coffee, drink, whatever. Anyhow, so yeah, he's saying that consumers have $1.5 trillion in excess savings from pandemic stimulus program, but it may run out sometime in mid 2023. I highly doubt people actually put that money aside. There was a lot of people who got really hurt, who actually really had to spend that money. There's a lot of people who went out and bought stupid Louis Vuittons and things like that, who with that money. No one, you had either people who really had to use it to go buy groceries, or you had people who literally spent it on stuff they didn't need or would not have otherwise purchased. Very interesting stuff. Anyhow, Diamond also said that Federal Reserve may pause for 3 to 6 months after raising benchmark interest rates to 5%, but that may not be sufficient to curb high inflation. Look, between 2020 and 2022, and I don't think it stopped, but between 2020 and 2022, the Federal Reserve printed 80% of the US dollar monetary supply. Do y'all understand what happened? 5% interest rate is nowhere near enough to absorb that amount of money. Period. All the stuff going on with FTX, all the stuff happened with Ukraine, all that stuff that's going on right there. Those are subjects that we talk about on the Patreon. That's also linked in the description of the video. Please go check that out and consider joining. I take the gloves off and talk about subjects. I tied these down a lot differently. I have to be very careful in the show. So y'all need to understand, things aren't what they seem with banking. Things aren't what they seem with anything going on. We have Monday's Patreon was a very heavy Patreon. It ties a lot of things together, and I will tell you, there's more that goes on behind the scenes with banking that touches that subject. I'm not going to say it here. If you were part of the Patreon, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not part of the Patreon, join and go check it out. It's not a lot. I set it very low because I want as more people in there than as many people in there as possible. Y'all go check that out because it's tied to banking. This is why I'm very, very, very passionate about cryptocurrency and specifically blockchain technology and its role in freeing humanity from these constructs that the banking system, the banking cartel, literally is a cartel. They're not your friends at all. Like at all, they are not your friends. You'll need to understand. This is why I'm a big, big proponent for cryptocurrency. So, U.S. banks. Guess what? Bank of America stock plunges, leading sell-off in shares of largest U.S. banks. This happened, or is happening. Shares of America's largest banks are falling sharply this week after a period of outperformance that saw Goldman Sachs Group down 0.69%, claw back practically all of its losses from earlier this year. Shares of Bank of America are down. Shares were down 5.5% Tuesday afternoon at $32.57, their lowest level since mid-October. Between Monday and Tuesday, shares of North Carolina-based lender have fallen nearly 10%, leaving them on track for the worst weekly rout since June 2020, according to FactSet data. Shares of Goldman Sachs Group, JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, Morgan Stanley, and Citigroup also suffered intense selling on Monday and Tuesday, leaving them on track for their biggest weekly drop since September, only 2 trading days into the week. Weakness in banking shares hit the financial select sector, fund exchange trade or ETF. Wow. Which has fallen more than 4% over the past 2 days. That's a big deal in the banking sector, guys and gals. We see that all the time in crypto. 4% on a day. Woohoo! We don't care. It makes no sense. But in the banking sector, that's a very big deal. Like that is like a huge. That's like crypto losing 40%, a specific one in a day or two, or shorter. That's this also put in a chart. Okay, so market strategists highlighted news of layoffs at JP Morgan and Bank of America. Decision to slow hiring, while Steve Susnick, chief strategist at in charge of brokers, said that continuing inversion of the Treasury yield curve is not great for banks that borrow short and lend long, even if the high Fed funds rate benefits banks that don't pass along that benefit to their depositors, which they don't. They keep it. Y'all, there's gonna be a bank run, and if I've said it before, that money is most likely going to go into crypto. It's going to probably go into gold and silver first. Some very few outliers will go into real estate. Real estate is about to completely fall off the cliff. I think Q1, Q2 next year, you're going to really start to see a sharp decline. You already are in most regions of the country now. But those hotter markets are a little slower to react, if you will. But you're going to see it across the board drop for lots of reasons. Okay. Look, I am telling y'all, crypto is what's going to end up being the exit strategy. Everyone wants to know what the exit strategy is out of crypto. I have had more people, well, what's your exit strategy? How are you going to get out of crypto? I'm like, I'm not. Just spend it. Because it will be the de facto, it will be the new stock market. It'll be stock you can spend. It will be the stock market as we know it will go away. It will not exist much longer. The entire old system is dead. There's a reason why there's a new system being stood up. There's a reason why CBDCs are a big deal. All right, there's a big deal. You need to pay attention to this stuff, please. One really good crypto to pay attention to is definitely Polygon. I'm not giving you financial advice here, but y'all do your research. Polygon is now partnering with Warner Music and LGND partner to launch a Web3 music platform. Very cool stuff. The platform LG&D Music is set to officially launch in January 2023 and will also include dance record label Spin Records. Big deal, guys, gals. Everyone loves music. Music is a big deal to a vast majority of the world. This is one of the few partnerships I've seen that make a lot of sense. Polygon has partnered with some big name partners. Okay, Nike, Disney. Everyone has their feelings about Disney. Everyone has their feelings about Nike. I mean, look at what Adidas did this past week. Y'all need to go back and watch my Patreon video, and you'll see some very disgusting things. Very disgusting things. Oh, excuse me. E-commerce and interactive platform builder LG&D has announced a multi-year partnership with blockchain network developer Polygon to develop entertainment company to develop. I lost my train of thought. Entertainment company Warner Music Group to create Web3 music platform called LG&D Music. LG&D Music, scheduled to launch in January 2023, is designed to be a music and collectibles platform, so you'll be able to get NFTs. Platform that supports digital collectibles from any blockchain in a proprietary player. Interesting, cool stuff. So they're going to allow you to have it's cross. This is why I say that Polygon's going to be the internet of blockchains. They are cross-chain, cross-platform. They have the ability to work with other blockchains. Most blockchains are very siloed. Okay, Bitcoin works only on Bitcoin. You can use Lightning Network, which is a protocol very similar to like when the internet was created. You had DNS and HTTPS and HTTP, and then later HTTPS. You had TCP, UDP, TCP/IP, things like that. Those are protocols. You hear IT people talk about that kind of stuff all the time. Well, those are rules that the data and energy transitions across a wire effectively or wirelessly. Sorry to get technical for a second there, but back to what we're talking about here. Polygon is standing up effectively their own protocols to where other cryptocurrencies can communicate with them and them with the other cryptocurrencies, and those cryptocurrencies or blockchain platforms that could not otherwise communicate directly with each other can do it through Polygon as an intermediary. I'm telling y'all, Polygon is not a little deal. Y'all need to really pay attention to them. Anyhow, let's see here. Thereby making it possible. Okay, so they can proprietary player, thereby making it possible for users to play their digital collectibles on the go. Oh yeah, there's that too. Did y'all know that? It makes you wonder if they're gonna build an app kind of like Spotify or something like that using a blockchain. Would be pretty cool. This is neat because years and years and years ago, and it's probably no different now. I mean, I haven't looked at it, but like people would pirate music and stuff like that all the time. This is gonna make that impossible. It just will. The owners of the music or the creators of the music will actually receive the benefit of the music being played. I have some friends that are in the entertainment space, the music space that would kill probably to be part of this platform to put their music on there and get paid for by the listen or by the purchase or whatever, kind of like what Apple did with Apple Music back in the day. The partnership will allow select Warner Music Group artists to launch digital collectibles on both the app and desktop platforms. Creators will also be able to interact with their fan base via special content and curated experiences. That's also an unusual thing, but it's something that I think will gravitate a tremendous amount of people to. Like what Divi did with the whole Metaverse Live at 5 that they did, that was actually really neat to kind of be in the room with everyone, if you will, and have that kind of conversation with them. That was actually kind of cool. Like there were people there that like when they did the YouTube Live at 5. We'll go back over here for a second. When they did the YouTube Live at 5, it was great. You can interact with people in a chat like we're doing here. But if you had your NFT or your person or whatever, and you were walking around inside of a metaverse, I had a conversation with some friends of mine that I didn't realize that were there. Just after the fact, they just got on camera, had a regular conversation, and we were able to actually talk about all kinds of cool stuff face to face, and it kind of really felt like I was like, this is a really weird experience, but that's the type of thing that these content creators will be able to stand. It'll feel like you're standing face to face and having a conversation and asking them different questions. Whereas normally they would be on stage, you would not be allowed to get near them. You would not be allowed to talk to them. You would not be allowed to anything. This kind of gives that very, very, what do you want to call it? Realistic experience. That's kind of cool that they're actually going to allow that kind of stuff. This is very, 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 very cool in my opinion. Pretty big news for Polygon, considering the fact that they're doing this stuff. The platform will be built on Polygon and offer low gas fees and faster transactions. LGND Music plans to offer a variety of features, making it possible for music collectors to participate in a decentralized ecosystem based on full full ownership of digital assets. According to the company, users of the platform will also be able to buy and fully own music tokens and easily get started with digital collectibles by building a collection. And it will be easy to use even for users who are unfamiliar with cryptocurrencies or digital collectibles. That's the other thing. This is something Divi's doing, this is something Polygon's doing. The reason the adoption is there or is there for Polygon, and the reason the adoption is going to be there very soon for Divi, is because they're making it virtually is stupid easy for the developers, for the end users to use the apps and the wallets and things like that. If you're a part of the Divi ecosystem and you understand, the wallet that they have created is like no other crypto wallet out there. It's intuitive. It's easy. It just works. Being able to earn a residual income inside of the app is pretty cool. Being able to purchase lots of different cryptocurrencies, store lots of different cryptocurrencies, and have the ability to actually have immediate self-custody upon purchasing of your cryptos, that's also something that doesn't happen. Now, y'all need to know this type of stuff is going to be happening. It's going to be really, really, really cool as we continue going on here. Very, very crazy. All right. Let's get through and say hey, everyone, and fun stuff. Just remember, there will be no Patreon show on Friday, and there will be no regular show on Friday. We, as a family, are going to go and unplug and take a break. It's kind of something we do towards the end of the year. It's part of the kids' Christmas presents, things like that. We like to just go unplug, spend some solitary family time with each other, because we're always all over the place, and it's just time that we like to do with each other and all that fun stuff. So anyhow, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything like that, throw it in the chat. I'll try to address it here in just a moment. It would be fantastic to see you all here. What's going on, Steve? How's it going, brother? Thanks for being part of the show. I do appreciate you being here. Johnny Mattis, what's up, dude? Palm Desert, California, everyone, dude. Fantastic. Thanks for being here. Lithia, how's it going? Thanks for being here today. Do appreciate it. The Bitcoin Bull, what's up, brother? It's good to see you here. No, I'm not celebrating the new senator. I don't think he actually is rightfully elected. That's just my personal opinion. Considering the fact that the governor owns a stake in the voting systems, an actual personal stake in the company that creates the voting systems, and that put it in every stupid precinct in the freaking state. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a conflict of interest at all, does it? Anyhow, we'll get on with the show here, but Bitcoin Bull, we can talk about that later. Later. Oh, Lithia, I appreciate you being here. Who else is in the house today? Let's see here. Who else is here? Trini SS. What's up? Appreciate it. Good here, except the elect. Yep. No, we didn't elect him. Dude, we didn't elect him. No, that didn't actually happen. Anyhow, and Lithia, fantastic. That's a big deal. Trinity, dude, that's fantastic. I love Divi. Divi is a good stuff. Who else do we have here today? Gloria, how's it going? Thanks for being part of the show. It is a beautiful, fun day. Let's see. We got Tom in here today. What's up, brother? Thanks for being part of the show. Chocolate pudding into the fan. You guys are funny. Bitcoin bull, you're drinking water. Y'all are drinking water. Fantastic. I love my coffee. Absolutely love my coffee. Trinity. Blueberry dark roasts, 4th cup. It depends. Days are different. Kept me. I love it. That's fantastic. I haven't figured it out yet. Bitcoin Bull and Trinity are brothers. So that's kind of cool to see y'all in here. Evan, what's going on? Check out these supply stock. It's like 3 days left. Also, can the rail workers still strike even with the deal agreed this week? Dude, I don't know. That's a really good question. Diesel. I need to look at that. Because I drive a diesel. Let me kind of see that. It's interesting. Tom pointed this. A diesel is down in your area, Texas. It's under $4. Lucky. Diesel's $5 in South Carolina. That's crazy. Oh, let's see what else we got here. We're finally down to 4.45 for diesel. That's crazy, or gas. Oh, gas. Dude, I'm sorry. That's not good. Oh my goodness. Yes, Bitcoin Bull, we will enjoy the break. Try very hard to just take a break. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, so Friday and Monday, we will not have a show on Monday either, because we will not be back. So Monday will not have a show either, now that I'm really thinking about it. So no shows at all Friday, no shows Monday, but Wednesday we'll be back in the saddle for some fun stuff. So let's see here. John Gibson, I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Very much so. Very much so. Mr. UI Fang, what's up, brother? Thanks for being part of the show. I do appreciate y'all being here. Listen, y'all have a beautiful, blessed day, blessed weekend. We will see you all on Wednesday, so a week from today. We're going to check out and have some fun and just be able to relax as a family. So take it easy. If there's any crazy news, I might do a quick live stream just to talk about it for a second, but it'll be very, very quick. Anyways, y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.